So, welcome to the Business Code Chronicles, the tap room. I'm Quaylin. You're here, and I appreciate you. I wanted to talk about today the significance of the butterfly migration and how it relates to the significance of life and how we need to migrate to a higher purpose. So, the butterfly is a magnificent creature for several reasons. Not only are they good indicators that the environment is healthy, and they are often symbolic for like freedom, beauty, peace, transformation, coming of a new, old to new, things of that nature. One of the things that I want to touch base on in today's message is the migration of the butterfly. Anyone who knows me knows my love for butterflies. My friends and family often send me pics and butterflies or scenes of butterflies, even butterfly jewelry. I can remember I was at a training in Harrisburg a couple years ago, and I remember the Harrisburg University had kite-sized butterflies hanging from their ceilings. It was absolutely beautiful. I remember just several times visiting the butterfly conservatory over in up in Niagara Falls. A very beautiful place. I always look at it as paradise. My expression is always the same whenever I get a gift in the symbol of a butterfly, or I get a sticker. It doesn't matter what it is. I always love and in love with the sight of it, and I appreciate them taking the time to acknowledge me for my love. And yes, I do have a couple butterfly tattoos. However, I really don't talk about why butterflies are mean so much to me. And see, not only am I in love with them, I study them, their lifespan, their transformation in their life cycle. Recently, I have had the pleasure of studying their migration. Now, for some of you, for many of you that I'm sure already know what migration means, it means from moving one place to another for various reasons. Most of the time, when animals do it, it is a migration from, because of seasonal purposes. In the butterfly's case, that is exactly why they migrate. So, just a little bit about butterflies. So, the butterfly's lifespan is about 2 to 6 months, a year at the most. This includes once the egg has laid by a generation before them. In about 2 weeks, they grow 2,000 times their size on a milkweed leaf, which, by the way, milkweed is actually poisonous to other animals. So that kind of like protects them. That's a kind of a clever thing that a butterfly can do when once they lay the egg. They must then survive as a caterpillar long enough to get to a place where they can shed their body, spin into a chrysalis, which takes about 16 hours to do, then 2 more weeks to transform into a butterfly. Now, what's so deep about the transformation is during this transformation period, you don't even see the butterfly because it's in the transformation chamber, and it's developing the tools to help it, such as sensitive sensors on their feet to know when prey is coming because they feel through vibration, antennas that are used to determine which direction to go, what current to go to, and when it's time to migrate. The scales on their wings ride the wind, and their body can store fat reserves for them during migration journey because it is a very long journey. This is just the beginning stage of a butterfly's life. Have you ever been so vulnerable and down and out and just need to survive long enough to get right? In life, we take a lot of blows, and sometimes those blows knock us down so hard we become vulnerable and exposed to our adversaries and enemies to catch us off guard and step on us. stop us from gaining the tools needed to move on with our lives into that next level. Sometimes all we need to do is survive. I just gotta survive this week. I'll be straight after that. I just gotta survive this year. I'll be good. Survive tomorrow to see a better day. See, tomorrow is a new day to gain the necessary tools for your next journey. Learning to survive with crawling, making it all the sweeter when you're flying high. See, life is all about gaining and delivering information, then applying that to your benefit. We are born with certain tools, and then life lessons provide us with additional tools as we transform from adults to toddlers to preteens, teenagers, young adults, and actually, finally adults, obviously. As we go through life, if we learn from mistakes and various circumstances, we build up tools to be able to discern when something isn't right, when someone rubs us spiritually the wrong way. We even gain tools to be able to show resilience in life when winds tend to take us and carry us in another direction that we sometimes don't even intend to go. That's just the first half of life. Gaining the tools to survive and thrive, then rise to the next journey. Now, once the butterfly breaks out the cocoon, they now have a journey that happens to be the longest migration of any other creature on Earth. From as far as Canada to the mountains of Mexico City, which is their final destination in their migration journey. See, as the air gets cooler, the butterfly makes its way down south, a place that is warm enough to provide them with the milkweed they need and cool enough for them to make their temporary home till spring during their journey. These steps to gain fat reserves to last them so they don't have to keep stopping. Usually a place like Texas or is there usually their last stop before they finally reach their resting place. Now, here's something that blew my mind. About only 1% of the butterfly's population makes it to the migration destination. They may get caught in the rainstorm and can't find shelter and drown in midair. They may freeze during the seasonal climate shift because they couldn't find a warm enough refuge. See, as you are gaining the tools to migrate to a better situation in your life, the winds of influence are going to try to carry you in another direction. You will lose friends. Yes, family will give you the cold shoulder. They will call you crazy for trying to take your journey to the next level and better your situation. Now, why are you going to do that? You ain't got no money for that. Who said you can do that? You better than me. I never understood that one. You better than me. Do you think don't you think you better get yourself together first? That's another good one. See, what naysayers and enemies don't get is all the trials and tribulations that you went through in your vulnerable state has provided you with the tools to weather storms most can't handle. Looks like now you are the 1%. And guess what? You can't take everybody with you. Some will not make it. Some will be stuck. Some will make it through their vulnerable state. Some will not make it through their vulnerable stage. You are that 1%. Do you realize that? You are that 1%. You stayed the path and let the winds of success guide you to a place of abundant peace, freedom, and wealth. You have earned the stripes to hang from the trees on the Mexico City mountainsides and fly freely and rest and be easy and be at peace. We all have been that caterpillar, just needing to survive long enough to transform. And when you've transformed, how good it felt to appreciate the benefits of your struggles. Pass this message to someone you know that feels like they are always struggling and crawling and vulnerable, so that they can remember the ultimate goal is to survive, thrive, and rise to gain higher ground. Until next time, be educated, be enlightened, and be empowered. Thank you so much for listening.